This video is sponsored by Cohen Financial. More on them later. Have you guys ever watched Listing Impossible on CNBC? Probably not, because it was a short-lived real estate reality show that I was a part of, and we shot a ton of footage in this house. 277 St. Pierre. It's listed for $52 million. It's got 8 bedrooms, 20 bathrooms, 36,000 square foot of living space, and 47,990 square foot of land. I know a thing or two about this property, and if you've been following the channel, then you know the drill. In the first few minutes, I tell you 3 things I like about it, then 3 things I don't like about it, and then at the end of the video, I will share with you guys how I would have marketed it differently. Deal? Should we get started? Okay, 3 things I like about this property. Number 3. Look, I love the lot. Yes, it is west facing, which is not ideal, but you got over an acre flat. You got a huge frontage, huge backyard, great site setbacks, great lot utilization, and that's my number 3. Number 2, location. This is prime Lower Bel Air, St. Pierre. It's Holmby Hills adjacent. It's very central, no nonsense about it. Great location to have an acre flat, and that's my number 2. Now, the number 1 thing I love about this property is the freaking basement. You don't see it from the outside because you only see the entrance, which is the top level, and then it drops 3 levels down, and you got everything you can think of. You got a huge indoor swimming pool. You got a racquetball court. You got a basketball court. You got bowling alley, multiple bedrooms. It's just enormous, and the pictures don't do it justice because this basement, you have to go see it to believe it. It's probably the same size of the house. It's huge. It's such a great place to entertain, and it was the funnest part of the property. Whenever I was there shooting, I would go to the basement to just check it out because it was so cool. Now, before I tell you 3 things I don't like about it, let me tell you someone I like to work with. Mark Cohen. I love going to Mark because he's honest. He tells me right away if he has the best rate, and if he doesn't have the best rate, he introduces me to someone who does. And for that reason, he's always my number 1 call for myself or any of my clients when I want to purchase a property, because I will know where to go either with him or someone else who will give me the best loan in the best time. Here's his phone number. Give him a call and tell him Arvin sent you. Now, let me tell you 3 things I don't like about this property. Number 3, finishes. Look, at some parts of the property, the finishes are decent, and then it gets questionable, and then it just gets dated. So it's not cohesive. It's not the same palette all throughout, and for me, that's a negative. Now, the second thing I don't like about this property is the architectural style of the exterior of the property. This is an older Mediterranean home with round elements, which is not that in. And plus, in the ultra high-end, Mediterranean homes are not doing well in California, and they're just not desired as much as all the other architectural styles, and for that reason, it's a negative. Now, the number 1 element that I don't like about this house, by the way, if you're wondering how I know this stuff, I'm Arvin Harmon. I'm a real estate agent by day in Beverly Hills. I specialize in luxury and ultra luxury, and I'm a consultant at nighttime. You don't have to live in LA to work with me. You can reach out, book a consulting call. I can help you find the right real estate agent. I can guide you through the process and help you out, right? The number 1 flaw of this property is the layout. I've walked this property, and I can tell you, when we shot Listing Impossible, it was in 2018, 2017, and it was still on the market, and it still hasn't sold, right? And the major problem is the flow. This terrace is to blame because the kitchen is on the side, the living room is on the side, and the formal living room is in the center, right? And this terrace forces this U-shaped design, which destroys connectivity. Now, at some point, the sellers have to say, look, this property has been on the market with all the top agents in the city, and it still hasn't sold. They either have to lower their price, or if they want a higher price, they need to improve the flow of this property. How do you do that? You bring the terrace into the property. You create a massive ballroom style formal living space that connects the kitchen to the living room. You can make the formal living room where it is today into a game room for the main house and make it flow much better. Now, you can contact the listing agent. Here's the information. Give them a call. Ask them all your questions. If you want to know how much I think it's worth in its current condition or how much it could be worth in the future if you do make the improvements, you can contact me at arvin@arvinhedot.com. Now, if you watched this part of the video, I ask you to like or comment. because the algorithm can show my videos to people just like you who might be interested in this type of content. And if you like this video, you probably like this video as well. And I have to tell you, the content of this video is purely my personal opinion. Tell me in the comments below if you agree with my strategy or if you think there's other reasons why this property hasn't sold. I would love to hear that. And thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.